Picture a secure home with visible security features. It's a fortress, a haven. Now imagine it's your home. Welcome to our video on preparing your home for civil unrest. In this modern era, where the unexpected can happen at any moment, it's crucial to be prepared. Our homes are not just physical structures, they are our sanctuaries. They protect us, our families, and our valuable possessions. But how well prepared is your home for potential emergencies, including societal collapse? In this video, we'll cover the essential steps to prepare your home for civil unrest and protect yourself during SHTF situations. We will explore how to secure your property, establish defensive strongpoints, implement surveillance and security measures, and stock up on essential supplies. We will also discuss the importance of having a communication plan and fostering community ties. So, buckle up, stay tuned as we dive into the comprehensive guide to preparing your home for civil unrest. In a world where unpredictability is the only constant, preparedness is key. Now, we're not talking about preparing for a surprise birthday party or an impromptu weekend getaway. We're talking about preparing for scenarios that, while we hope never occur, could dramatically affect our lives if they do. Civil unrest, societal collapse, natural disasters, these are the kinds of situations that can catch us off guard if we're not ready. Consider, for instance, the widespread protests that swept across the globe in 2020. Or think back to the civil unrest that erupted in various parts of the world throughout the 20th century. These instances of societal upheaval serve as stark reminders of the importance of being prepared. They show us that even in our modern, seemingly stable societies, things can quickly take a turn for the worse. So why is preparedness so crucial? Well, being prepared means having the tools, knowledge, and resources to protect yourself and your loved ones when the unexpected happens. It means not having to rely on external help that might not come in time or might not come at all. It's about self-reliance, resilience, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you've done everything you can to safeguard your home and your family. But preparedness isn't just about survival. It's also about being able to maintain a certain quality of life, even when the world around you is falling apart. It's about being able to provide for your basic needs, food, water, shelter, and security, in times of crisis. Ultimately, the goal of preparedness is to give you control over your own destiny, no matter what life throws at you. It's about turning the unknown into something manageable, something you can handle. It's about transforming fear into confidence, chaos into order. Remember, it's better to be prepared and not need it than to need it and not be prepared. Your first line of defense, sturdy fencing and gates. When it comes to securing your property, a robust fence is like a knight's shield, offering a valuable layer of protection. It's not just about keeping the unwelcome visitors out, but also about sending a clear message that you've taken measures to safeguard your home. Now, the materials you choose for your fence matter significantly. While aesthetics are important, durability and strength should be your primary focus. Wrought iron and reinforced wood are excellent choices, offering not just robustness but also longevity. Remember, a weak fence is as good as no fence, so investing in quality materials is a must. Another aspect to consider is the height of your fence. A fence that's too short is easily scalable, while one that's too high might violate local regulations. You'd want to strike a balance, ensuring it's high enough to deter potential intruders, but within the permissible limits. Now, what about gates? Well, your gate is like the drawbridge to your castle. It needs to be just as strong, if not stronger, than your fencing. Consider reinforced gates with secure locks. And remember, a gate is only as strong as its hinges and locks, so don't skimp on those. Maintenance is another key aspect of fencing. Regular inspection and prompt repair are essential to ensuring your fence stays in top shape. Look out for signs of wear and tear, rust, or any damage that could compromise the integrity of your fencing. Remember, a broken fence is an open invitation for trouble. And finally, consider incorporating some natural elements into your security plan. Thorny bushes or prickly plants along the fence line can serve as additional deterrents, adding another layer of defense to your property. So, to sum up, a sturdy fence and a secure gate are fundamental to home security. Choose durable materials, ensure the right height, keep up with regular maintenance, and consider adding some natural deterrents. This way, your home becomes a fortress, ready to stand strong against any threat that comes its way. A good fence not only keeps out unwanted guests, it also sends a clear message. You're not an easy target. Let's fortify your fortress with defensive strongpoints. Now, what do we mean by defensive strongpoints? Well, these could be anything from bunkers to readouts, pillboxes, or even trenches. The aim here is to create fortified positions that give you an advantage in case of an attempt to breach your property. It's important to remember that defensive strong points aren't just about brute force. They're also about strategy. So, when planning your defenses, think about the layout of your property. Where are the most likely points of entry? Where can you best observe the surrounding area? Where can you retreat to if necessary? Once you've identified the best locations, it's time to start building. This could be as simple as digging a trench and reinforcing it with sandbags. Or you could go all out and construct a concrete bunker. Whatever you choose, make sure it's sturdy and well hidden. The last thing you want is for your defensive strong point to be easily spotted and targeted. Now, you might be thinking, I don't want my property to look like a war zone. And that's a fair point. But remember, defensive structures don't have to be obvious. With a bit of creativity, you can make them blend into your environment. For instance, a pillbox could be disguised as a garden shed, or a trench could be hidden by shrubbery. The key is to strike a balance between functionality and discretion. In terms of materials, you want something that can withstand a lot of pressure. Reinforced concrete is a popular choice, but if that's not feasible, consider using earth bags or sandbags. They're cheap, easy to work with, and surprisingly durable. Just be sure to do your research and choose the best option for your situation. One final point to consider is accessibility. Your defensive strong points should be easy to get to, but hard for intruders to access. This means having secure, concealed entrances and exits, and potentially even escape routes. Remember, a well-placed defensive structure can be the difference between safety and disaster. So take the time to plan, build, and reinforce your strong points. Your safety could depend on it. Keep your eyes open even when they're closed. This is the essence of surveillance and security. It's about maintaining vigilance and awareness even when you're not physically present. And in a world that's increasingly unpredictable, a robust surveillance system can be your first line of defense. Video surveillance is a critical component of home security. It not only deters potential intruders, but also provides real-time monitoring of your property. From a basic webcam to a comprehensive CCTV system, the options are vast. Choose a system that meets your needs and fits your budget. Remember, the purpose is to keep an eye on your home, especially during periods of civil unrest. Now, where should you place these cameras? The answer is straightforward: wherever you need visibility. Entry points, blind spots, and high-traffic areas are crucial. Cover your front and back doors, windows, and driveways. Don't forget about your side yards and any dark corners where someone could potentially hide. Remember, the goal is to eliminate blind spots and create a comprehensive view of your property. But surveillance isn't just about cameras. It also includes security lighting. Effective lighting can deter intruders and provide a safer environment for you and your family. Consider motion-activated floodlights for their energy efficiency and the added surprise factor they can provide. Illuminate your property's perimeter, ensuring there are no dark spots for potential intruders to hide. Remember, surveillance and security aren't about creating a fortress. It's about being aware, staying vigilant, and taking proactive steps to protect your home. It's about recognizing potential threats before they become actual ones. In the end, your home is your sanctuary. It's where you should feel the safest. And with a robust surveillance system, you can keep it that way. So, invest in surveillance and security. Keep your eyes open, even when they're closed. The best defense is a good defense, and surveillance is your first line of defense. Let's talk about some serious hardware: alarms and firearms. These two elements can take your home security to the next level, but they need to be handled with care and responsibility. Firstly, alarms. Window and door alarms are your first line of defense against unwanted intruders. These devices can alert you to a breach in your home's security, giving you precious time to react. It's crucial to install them at all entry points and not just the front door. Remember, intruders don't always come knocking politely. Test these alarms periodically to ensure they're working efficiently. A silent alarm is as good as no alarm at all. Now, on to firearms. They're a potent tool for self-defense, but they come with their own set of responsibilities. First and foremost, ensure you have the proper training and proficiency in operating and caring for these weapons. Firearms are not toys. They require respect and understanding. Once you're confident in your ability to handle a firearm, consider the best places to store them. Safe storage is key to preventing accidents and ensuring your weapons are accessible only to trained individuals within your household. Consider using a biometric safe. which can be opened quickly in an emergency but remains secure against unauthorized access. However, it's not just about having firearms and knowing how to use them. You also need to be aware of the legal implications. Every region has its own laws and regulations regarding firearm ownership and use. Make sure you're familiar with these rules. Ignorance of the law won't help you if you end up on the wrong side of it. So, there you have it. Alarms to alert you of intruders and firearms for self-defense. Both are vital components of a secure home, but they must be used wisely and responsibly. Remember, a well-armed home is a secure home, but only if you're trained to use them. Now, let's stock your fortress with supplies. A well-prepared home isn't just about fortifications and security. It's also about ensuring you have the essentials to sustain you through extended periods of unrest. The first rule of thumb is to stock up on necessities like food, water, ammunition, and other vital supplies. Food and water are the lifeblood of survival. Aim for at least a 3-month supply. Opt for non-perishable items like canned goods and dried foods, and don't forget to rotate your stock regularly to keep it fresh. As for water, you'll need more than you think, not just for drinking, but also for cooking, cleaning, and hygiene. So store enough to cover all these needs. Medicine is another critical component of your supply list. A well-stocked first aid kit can make the difference between life and death in an emergency. Include prescription medications if applicable, over-the-counter drugs for common ailments, and hygiene products to maintain cleanliness and prevent disease. Now let's talk about miscellaneous items. These are often overlooked, but can be real game changers during a crisis. Batteries for flashlights and radios, fuel for generators and vehicles, and manual tools for repairs and construction. Remember, when the power grid goes down, electronic devices become paperweights, and manual tools can save the day. Of course, for those of you who are considering self-defense, ammunition is an essential supply. However, remember that it's not just about stocking up, but also about knowing how to use it safely and effectively. Lastly, try to anticipate other needs that might arise in a prolonged situation. Things like spare glasses or contact lenses, pet food if you have animals, and comfort items like books or games to help alleviate stress and keep morale high. In essence, the goal is to create a self-sustaining environment where you can weather the storm for an extended period. It's about planning for the worst while hoping for the best. So take stock of what you have, identify what you need, and start building your supplies one step at a time. When the shelves are empty and the tap runs dry, you'll be thankful for your stocked supplies. In times of crisis, communication is key. A well-thought-out communication plan is as crucial as a sturdy fence or a stocked pantry. It can mean the difference between feeling isolated and scared, or connected and in control. The first step in building a robust communication plan is selecting the right devices. Consider investing in hand crank or solar-powered radios. These devices are reliable and won't let you down when the grid goes dark. Walkie-talkies are another great option for short-range communication. They are easy to use and can help you stay in touch with family members or neighbors within a certain radius. For long-range communication, a satellite phone can be a lifesaver, enabling you to reach out to the world even when traditional networks are down. Next, compile a list of emergency contacts. This should include local emergency services, trusted friends and family, and perhaps a distant contact who's unlikely to be affected by local events. And don't forget to identify meeting points where you and your loved ones can regroup if you're separated. But communication isn't just about devices and lists. It's also about people. Your neighbors, the people living in your community, they're part of your extended safety net. In times of civil unrest, it's not uncommon for neighborhoods to band together, pooling resources, skills, and knowledge for mutual protection. Consider forming a neighborhood watch group or establishing a communication system with your neighbors. This could be as simple as a coded signal or as sophisticated as a shared radio frequency. The goal is to create a network of mutual support. Remember, united we stand, divided we fall. In conclusion, a communication plan is a vital part of your preparations for civil unrest. It keeps you connected, informed, and ready to respond effectively. So start today. Map out your communication plan, invest in the right devices, and reach out to your neighbors. Remember, in times of civil unrest, your community is your strongest ally. It's time to take action. You've heard the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The same wisdom applies to preparing your home for civil unrest. The best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is today. Don't feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Start with small, manageable steps. Perhaps today you'll decide to invest in a sturdy fence, or maybe you'll choose to start stocking up on essential supplies. You might even decide to establish a communication plan with your loved ones. What matters is that you start somewhere, and from there, you keep going. Consistency is key. Make a habit of devoting a little time each week to enhancing your home's security. It might be something as simple as checking your security cameras to ensure they're working properly, or it might be something more substantial like constructing a defensive strongpoint. Remember, preparedness isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's about making continual progress and adjustments based on new information or changes in your environment. It's about becoming more self-reliant and resilient, not just in the face of civil unrest, but in any situation that might disrupt your normal routine. Stay informed and stay vigilant. Keep abreast of local laws and regulations regarding home security and firearm ownership. This will not only help you stay legal, but it will also ensure that you're using the most effective methods to safeguard your home. Finally, don't underestimate the power of community. Reach out to your neighbors and establish lines of communication. Share tips and resources. Remember, in times of crisis, we're stronger together. Begin today and turn your home into a fortress. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more prepping tips.